Hey, this is Chan for Different Skill, bringing you part 3 of the English meta-analysis thingy. Now, um, yeah, I have bad allergies, so my throat's gonna sound really weird, because, yeah, and I'm gonna be sniffling a lot, because, allergies and stuff. So, I've finally taken the time to get off my lazy ass, and this very comfortable chair, which I've been sitting in for, like, the past, I don't know, like, 20 days, not moving. So yeah, this is going to be part 3. I'm going to change it up a bit because in the comment section, yes, I do read comments, I just don't reply to most of them because I'll be reading it on my cell phone. So, and then for some reason the cell phone can't respond to comments, I don't know. So, this section, I mentioned in part 1 about against MLB. Part 2, I think it was against Aquaforce. And part 3, I was going to talk about the end mirror match, but then I'm going to really just put the end mirror match really easily. It's a mirror match. Just going to have to get more triggers. That's how this game is. But if you really want to, like, just some quick tips about the mirror match is that when you're playing Dragonite Overload at the end, probably go for Airmo, like, all the time, because if you get a bar, it's gonna die. If you get an Airmo, it's probably gonna die. At least, if you have Airmo earlier than your opponent, you can look for more Kimnaras and stuff to deal with their cards and that you can deal with yours. So, overall, in the end matchup, just get the Airmo. It's going to increase your chances of getting a cross ride. If they don't get the cross ride, then Airmo's fine. If they do get the cross ride, you can replace it and watch it die. And even if you both get the cross ride, Airmo's still good enough. Because, yeah, 21's totally going to make a difference against that 13k, isn't it? It doesn't. So, realistically, in the end mirror, just go for Airmo. That's all you really need. Now I'm going to talk about rogue decks, because a lot of people are like, how do you deal with Bermuda Triangle? What about Nova Grapplers? How about Mega Colony? I'm just like, I did say meta, didn't I? So I don't think that those decks will be meta, because they're not that great. But some of the examples of decks that there were on the comments that I thought was probably the most viable were some of the newer cards that came out recently. So everyone loves the Brothers of Sack, Spectral Duke, and Chrome Jailer Dragon. So Gold Paladins are very common decks to be played because, I don't know, everyone likes revealing the top card of the deck. That's why they play Vanguard, And my dog's barking for no apparent reason, but that's okay because he always does that. So just please ignore that. So against Chrome Jailer and Spectral Duke, basically, there isn't much to do, really. I guess because you can't really stop the ride chain. Like, if you go second, is it first? It's first. If you go first, right? No, if you go second, and they get the ride chain, the best you could do is possibly, like, grab this box, because I totally forgot about this, is, like, plop down a Heat Nail, and, like, try to kill their level 1 with it. So they go, like, Vortimer or something, and then you just go, I don't know, something into Heat Nail, and then you attack, and hope you can get it through. If not, they blow early 10k shield, which is great. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Because if they don't take the damage, their turn 2, they can't use Vivian, so you can just let that hit you. That's fine, whatever. And if it does hit, well, they miss their ride chain for 1 turn. And the next turn, you probably, you'll have, like, Kimnara, you have Cannoblast, you'll have a Berserk Dragon or something. So it's okay. That's why I would, if you are terrified of this matchup, just run 4. Like, it's not going to be good against most other things, but Heat Nail's not a bad card. Like, I used to run 4 too, just because I like the idea of, killing all his rear guards so then he can't hit the end properly. Then I realized I didn't have Airmo, so then, like, it didn't work because I couldn't get the cross ride. So there is really a fine balance between the two. I don't play this in my Seal Dragon build for Dauntless because who needs it, right? So that's that. Another thing you need to learn is that if Spectral Duke attacks you without the boost, probably should guard that one first. Because they're just trying to go, oh, took with no boost sack, alpha strike or something like that. The first hit, just guard it for 10. Like, if they double trigger through it, you're probably going to die anyways, unless you had 2 perfect guards. If you say, what if they double trigger, because I know they're going to put all in Vanguard, then if you have enough, then you have enough, right? If you don't, you don't. So, most of the time, if they attack, the second hit, just guard for 2 triggers. Like, just don't go 1 to pass. It's kind of stupid because you might just throw your game away from that, but if you can't, you can't. If you can, you can, right? One thing about Chrome Jailer is that it is a 10K, so you can just play. Can you guys even see? Oh, you can't even see that. Oh, that's so weird. Where is this light coming from? One sec. Oh, that's much better. Oh, weird. Anyways, so Chrome Jailer is a 10K. If you are running Burning Horn, just you don't have to tutor Airmo. You can tutor if you're expecting them to like be riding this more often than riding this, because I personally like Chrome Jailer because it's more fun, but people like Spectral Duke because they think restanding is OP, and it kind of is, but not Spectral Duke though. So if you're expecting a lot of these, just tutor, and by tutor I mean search, for bar early if you're running Burning Horn. If you're not, then of course you go for Airmo. I don't run Burning Horn, and I didn't run Burning Horn before either. So it's kind of just what your deck is made of. Another thing, people ask me, how do I deal with Platinum Mazel? This is probably like the easiest matchup. Leave them at 4. Attack. Wanna let me hit? No. Alright, you get a crit. You don't get a crit. Okay, say you get a crit. Put on Vanguard, attack, you're gonna die to this hit, attack rear guard. That's how you win the matchup. It is an ultimate break. They have to let you hit with the end. Hope you don't get a crit and hope you don't restand. That's kind of hard because it's Vanguard, right? Things happen. But also they can say no guard, you get a crit and they get a heal. They guard and then you die. You know, it happens, right? Of course, Platinum Mazel isn't the best, but 500 to all your guys, 5,000 to all your guys is pretty good. If you're really worried about it, you can just Kimnar all their back row away every single turn if you can. And if you're playing Tejas, because Tejas is a good card, you can attack the rear guards. To be honest, against ultimate breaks, because I don't know how meta this will be, but back when we played, when this came out, when people were playing ultimate breaks, you just played 4 Tejas because it was amazing. You just go, okay, the end attacks your Vanguard, guard, K, Tejas attacks your rear guard, like the one in the back, and then my other card on the side attacks your rear guard, and then go. And then they have to like fill up their guys again, because if you ever put them to 5, then you want to use Platinum Mazel's effect, and then it's just like, well, Tejas attacks your back row, Vanguard attacks Vanguard, block, okay, this attacks your rear guard, and then you can't just counter it that way. Of course, it's very likely that you will lose to the ultimate break, but it's kind of so. Next up we have Great Dayusha. Nothing to say here, it's Great Dayusha. It's not great, it doesn't do anything, it just sits there and attacks you. So, this matchup, actually why am I using this? I actually have the Great Dayusha cards. Where are you, Great Dayusha? Here you are. Okay, so Great Dayusha, it's really meh. Like, oh no, you are 15k with 2 crit. Whatever. It's really meh. Like, if you're worried about this matchup, I don't know what good matchup you have. So, yeah, this Great Dayusha is not a thing. You'll probably see it because it's in the rogue section. It is a deck that people would play, but it's anything you need to worry about. The only thing you have to actually think about is like, oh, is he going to like all in me and like put in all his cards into his soul and blast them all out and attack me for like 50,000? Then just, have a perfect card in hand. Since, if you are afraid of this matchup, the way to not die, at the start of the game, Conroe, keep it there, keep it in the back. And then if you see them cross-ride it, use Conroe to search for Bari. Problem solved. So, that matchup's pretty easy. Next is the Blood. Similarly to Platinum Mazel matchup, Ultimate Breaks, it's not that great. To be honest, I'd rather use Vermilion's better, because Vermilion's dead, because oh no, it gets 200 or 300 less, 3,000 less power, and it doesn't gain a crit, but then you can use it at 4 damage, which is much better. So, another thing against decks that need ultimate break, you can not cross ride. Like, you can just ride this early and attack to pressure them. So, like, you know, if you want some damage, take it. Go ahead, see if you live. Like, that's kind of how you would do it. If you really, really want to bluff that you have the end, you can attack it by itself when they're at like 3 damage. Because, like, are you gonna give me 10 or are you gonna, you know, I don't know, die? But then you shouldn't do that just because, like, if guard for 10 and you're like, well, whatever, I just wasted my booster. But it's not bad. So I did not think of any other meta decks right now, but if you guys have any questions, I can probably make a quick video about it, like for a meta deck. Try not to ask me about how to make my deck, because I don't know, maybe I do say like, you should be running this and this, and then you guys go, but what is in this and this? Because I read a comment on my Facebook, the Difference in Skill Facebook page, and then I was just like, I kind of don't want to answer this because, you know, for myself, I don't like net decking people, especially for something like Vanguard. It's just so easy, you just put things in what feels right. One thing I'm going to say is, my friend used to play Shadow Paladin, and he played 4 Bad Car, like the one where you flip the top card of your deck, and you know, if you can call it, and it's a 90k. He played 4 of them. I was like, that's stupid. I would never play 4, because if I ride it, I'm so dead. And he's like, no man, it's all good. And then you know what he does? He goes, Bad Car, Matcha get a booster, and then I lose. Like, well, if you're that good at using a bad card, then use 4, right? Something I used to really like was 4 Heat Nail, because I would start the game with like 2 Heat Nails, and then I just like kill all his rear guards early, which is something I love. And then like some people are like, no man, Heat Nail is too weak of a booster, I like the power. Then they run Bar and Iron Tail, so it's really just player preference. Something that I think I should mention though is that if you're going to play 10Ks, try not to play Strikin, because Strikin is not that good. I'm just saying. Technically, Strikin gives your advantage back by giving a 5k and a crit. There, meaning that you get your extra 1 damage in, unless they block it, and then you get the 5k, which is like the attack, so they need extra to guard it. And then, you know, if it kind of beats Aqua Force too, I guess. If you're afraid of Aqua Force, Strikin, Smash 4. Like, if you think Aqua Force is my worst matchup, which it shouldn't, then go for Strikin. Like, go for it. If you don't ride it, whatever. If you do ride it, hope you have a grade 3. Hope to God you have a grade 3. Or you can ride a Nahalam on it and be like, haha. But no, I just probably just sit there with it. The thing about Strikin is that if you have Strikin and no rear guards, don't, like, what the hell? Like, that's so bad. So if you're using Strikin, make sure if you have a choice of riding Nahalam or Strikin, and you have like no cards on your field except for Bar, like, and that's your Vanguard right now. If you ride Strikin, go Nahalam attack. Like, there's no point in riding Strikin there. You should just go Nahalam, Strikin in the rear guard, because you're losing so much value. If your hand is like, say they're still grade 1, and then you go ride Strikin, Nahalam Bar, or like Nahalam Conroe Bar, and then you attack like that, that's fine. As long as you get at least 2 attacks. Like, they don't have to be good. Like, bare minimum hits. If you get a pick off a rear guard, that's great. But do what you can. Try not to go Strikin, go. It's just like, I think I just won because he spent a whole turn doing nothing. Because Strikin Go is like the worst play ever. Unless you're those crazy Japanese people where they go Strikin, Kinara, superior ride, then shitty 9k, attack for 14, 2 crit. Alright, no, not, yeah, 14 and a booster and 2 crit. That's pretty cool. I've seen someone do it, but it's not really, that good. So yeah, this is going to be my video. I think that if there's the mixed team tournament, that I will probably join and try to record as much as I can from it. But there's no guarantees because I am quite busy with school, and technically, I'm still on call for work for some reason. I don't even understand. They just decide, like, the other day, one of my old coworkers called me and like, Chan, can you work on Saturday? I'm like, why? And then she says, I have to fly out to China. Why? Because family issues. Serious. Yes. Okay, fine. Because, like, without a job, I don't have much money. So, like, working once in a while is okay for me. So, I kind of accept these. And besides, it's Saturday, so tips are pretty good. Last time I was on call, my one day was, like, $40 tip, which is pretty damn good. So, anyways, that's not important about Vanguard. So, Amulet is bringing me my red sleeves, actually. He's coming over in August, so I can play with him a bit more. I think August, yeah. And if you guys want some of these packs of red sleeves, I will make a video about it, so you guys will know when I have them. And then you can, like, I don't know, you can buy them off me or something. Be prepared to be paying at least $15 to $20 a pack for them, because they are now out of print. That makes them worth so much more, because you can't buy them unless you're at like a shady Chinese place. Then yes, you can buy them in Hong Kong. They're also very expensive. They're like, I think I saw them in Hong Kong for like 200 something HKD, which is approximately like $25. So yeah, have fun, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. I think I'm still missing a series that I did not finish. If anyone knows what that series is, it's in the back of my head because I don't remember. If anyone knows what series I'm talking about, post it down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. Come on.